This is Sea-Dog and I'm back with a new review, another new review of Transformers Robots in Disguise, Sideswipe. Looking at the details of the car mode, we have some kanji on the back of the car there. A little bit of different kanji on the opposite side, when they should have took that sign and put it on the hood, because in the show he has it on his hood, and in robot mode in this toy he has his hood as his chest. It's a faux chest, but the kanji's there, so they messed up that, so that's a little lackluster. There's some nice painted in doors, hood, side view mirrors, and border around the windshield. It's like a pearlescent, slightly metallic red, pink. There's red plastic to go with it. Pegged in front black wheels. Pinned in back black wheels. No paint apps on the back of the car. Nice exhaust in the middle there. Some details in the back you could paint in. Takara probably will paint them in. He's got that. If you remove his sword, which is pegged in with this hole in the side of the handle, just in a slot like that, he's got like a Lamborghini type of style back with some details a little bit. This turns into his feet. He's got that stupid sticker for the app in the game, and some nice blue, kind of like a light sky blue with shading for the headlights. And that's about it for car mode. He rolls just like Jazz, and I'm going to warn you right now, this guy does not stay together, so I'm going to show you a little bit of a trick if you have the same problem that might help. If I have trouble, please excuse me. This toy wasn't meant to be played with by a kid, I guess. But so to start off the transformation, you want to unpeg the doors, which are pegged in with this peg right here and this peg right here. That slot in there and up there on both sides. Plus, there's a peg on the end of the door that goes behind the back of the car part right here. So you unpeg these like so, you lift them out, then they will lift out, and you pull them off the top. They kind of hinge over the top there, and you pull this out of the way on the side. Next, we want to I'm going to do the legs first. So you unpeg this, and you take the feet, which are the back of the car, like, and you lift the foot like that, and basically the outside of the leg goes around, and the front of this part of the leg stays still. So see how it kind of swoops up around there. Same thing on the other side. You grab the back of the foot, pull it out, swing it up and around the back through the front. So there we go. We got him in. You got his legs transformed. And we'll move that up a little bit. And this is the tricky part. It's not tricky if it stayed together. So we put the hood back. It swivels back like this. It does not peg in. And the whole idea is to take these and to flip them on around like this into the inside of the car, or the inside of into the inside of his body. So you take these and like this and flip them into the inside of the body. So then they would sit like this. That's the idea. And then this is the chest, and if you look, it's got a peg hole, a slot for a peg, and a slot for a sideways peg, which would peg in. The slot pegs in right underneath this peg. That peg goes in that peg hole, and this slot right here goes in the peg slot. So if you don't have the arms up, this pegs in fine. See? It will not move very easily. But I don't know if it's just mine, but these pegs are not strong enough to hold it. So they want you to hold it all together, and your best bet is to lift the arms outside, have your middle finger behind it like this, and to just kind of, and you want it to get It would be easy if it pegged together, but you want it to peg in there like that. And that is what they want you to do, like that. Which is fine, and it looks cool. But you kind of have to hold the shoulders just to get it to work. But this is Sideswipe in robot mode. And yeah, he looks okay. I don't like the door wings so much, but if you notice, that's not cool. Not cool at all. So that's the problem with Sideswipe. But looking at the details, we got that nice blue for the headlights on the chest. And like I said, the kanji on the front of the chest, which is beyond the hood, but it's not on the hood in the car mode. His head looking nice, cartoon accurate. Oh, let's get some focus there. What's going on with my focus there? Yeah. He's got the nice silver painted face with that same blue for the eyes. It's like a sky blue that's got some shading to make it a little darker, maybe. It's looking more pink, his red, and he's kind of a bobblehead, if you notice. But it's cool because he's emotive. He can do. Why is my focus? He can do, emotive, like head tilts, and he can also turn sideways. So it's not just the way his head turns. It's only if you make it that way. So you can turn it regular sideways, or you can turn it and point it down. You can look down. You can look slightly up. He has a ball joint. He has a little bit of tilt. See, he's all coming apart. It's a little ridiculous, but his arms will go around. We'll do the articulation now. His arms will go all the way around. If you get this stuff out of the way, he can go out about that far. He has a little over 90-degree bend, actually probably about 110, 20-degree bend. He has the bicep swivel built into the ball-jointed elbow. He has T-jointed hips that go out and forward, thigh swivel, and his knees will bend more than 90. Let me get that out of the way. About 110 too, maybe a little less than the arms bend. He's got a little bit of sway on his foot, so you can, put him forward like this, and he'll stand and hold the stance, or like that and hold the stance. He's definitely. And one thing I find is this hood is supposed to flip back. It gets in the way all the time, and it unclips these and. But he can make good poses. I mean, he has a sword. And the sword is clipped in. If you notice, it's got some holes in it on each side. There's one on that side and one on the other side. You put those towards his inside of his fist or his hand. And it pops it in and holds it nice. So he can hold his weapon nice. I'm going to call the vendor and see if this is just my figure or if this is just how the figure came out. And hopefully Takara will do a better job. But if you see, he's kind of got a bobblehead. I believe that covers the posability. We'll look at the details. He's got black painted knees for paint apps. He's got that kanji on the side of the legs. He's got some blue painted details on his abs and the blue on it for the headlights on the hood. And that's basically it, other than what I showed you with the head. It's not a bad figure if he would stay together, but the trick I found, this is the one trick you can do. It's easier if you flip these out, like how they would be in car mode, like that. I find it easier to hold these pegs in, because for one, you can get them in there easier, and that alone makes a big difference. But not even really that much better, just a little. And it might look a little off, but he does have door wings and stuff. If you look at his box, he's got the door wings. Here, I'll show you. Yeah. And maybe you could try to pretend they're the door wings. I mean, that's what they flip them inside out to make them look like door wings. But honestly, I'd rather have none. I would have wished they had some way to peg it inside there. And he's got a big butt. But These are supposed to flip in the inside and hold inside between those black. Can you see that? Probably not. Yeah, right in there. In between the black and the red there's like a crevice. And they're supposed to flip in between there and stay. And maybe someone will figure out a better way to do it, but I'm pretty sure it's just because they have lousy pegs. But that's my review for Sideswipe. To go back into car mode, you basically flip these back out like how I just did to show you that. Disconnect the shoulders, which is really easy. Disconnect the chest. You would just put his arms together to make them back into doors. Take the sword out. Back into doors like that. The way you make the feet is easy. You just flip this up in the back, keeping the legs straight. See how it stays straight, but the sides just move around. It's pretty easy. Flip around, tuck it in. Make the back of the car. Try to flip these up over the tabs there, the tabs. See? Put them over the tabs. Clip it in. Put this down, the hood. Then lift up the arms and lift up the front of these hooks. They're like hooks, sort of, right here. And they go up and around inside there. So it's not that tricky, but you just have to be aware of it. Like that. And then peg these in on those spots I was showing you. And you want to make sure there's a peg here. You want to be outside, and there's a peg on the outside of this door right here, and on this side there's a peg coming this way, and on this door there's a peg going that way. So you kind of interlock them like that. Make sure that's in. Connect this like that. And you have him back to car mode, which he rolls really well. And you can plug in his sword on the top for weapon storage. And that's a wrap. If you like my videos or dislike them, please leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And I got lots more videos coming, lots more toys to review. Peace.